Hi, I'm Julian Taylor from AllAboutBikes. We're here at Indianapolis, just after the MotoGP with Kevin Schwantz for the Kevin Schwantz Race School.
What our intention here at the Schwantz School is we're not trying to create or try and find the next Nicky Hayden, Ben Spies, or Valentino Rossi. We're here trying to help riders become better, safer, more responsible riders.
So the format of the school is out on the track for 20 minutes or so, and then into the schoolroom, always introducing what we've just done and talking about why you should focus in on that type of riding style that you were looking at for the 20 minutes. One of the benefits of working with Kevin Schwantz is he has the only race school in the motorcycle field that comes in after the MotoGP. So from a fan's point of view, the experience of riding the Brickyard makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
You know, motorcycles are meant to be fun to ride, and the more confident you are in your ability, the better and more practiced and more honed your skills are at riding a motorcycle, whether it's in the wet, whether it's in the dry, whether it's in the cold, whether it's through the city in traffic. You've got to almost be a better rider to ride on the streets than you do to be able to race on the track.
Now, the benefit of actually working with a 1993 Grand Prix world champion is that Honda and Suzuki also want to be behind him too. So they supply CBR 600s and GSXR 600s for the students to use while out on the Brickyard. On the morning of the first day, Kevin took us out in a bus to see the track itself. We stopped at 3 different places to see riders come through to establish our lines and where we should be within the position of that corner. It was extremely helpful because I'd never ridden the circuit before, and we were able to see what we should be doing. Both bike and instructor have video on them, so you're yourself looking at the track in front of you with a video either on your helmet or on the bike itself looking forward through the windscreen, or towards you to see your body positioning. So after every single session, when you go into the classroom, you're reviewing video from the instructor behind you or in front of you, and yourself looking out to where you are on the track and to what you're doing.
What we try and teach you here at the Schwantz School is how to visually be able to stay out in front of the motorcycle so that we're anticipating things that are happening, not reacting to things, and to try and make you a better, safer rider so that when you tighten that chin strap, it just immediately pulls a big smile onto your face, and you're having a great time.
Because Kevin Schwantz puts together such a great school, he encourages some of the professional riders to work with him as professional instructors. And we were lucky enough to get the runner-up 2012 AMA Superbike, Blake Young, to be with us for those 2 days.
We're out here today at Kevin Schwantz's school. Been a part of it for a few years now, and happy to be a part, and it's always good to come back, and especially at a place like Indianapolis, riding around the track and just having some fun.
And then the focus right across the 2 days is staying smooth and building confidence. Nobody wants to crash, and we didn't have anybody crash at all at the 2 days that we had the school, but you could see people's confidence building and growing. If you were actually recording your lap times while you were riding, you'd see that through the course of the 2 days, you get faster and faster and faster and quicker and quicker and quicker and more confident working with all of these very professional instructors. So at one stage, I found myself out on the track towards the latter part of the 2 days with Kevin at front and Blake behind. And then we swapped positions so that I could watch their lines, and the pace picked up immensely. But when you're working with professionals like Blake and Kevin, you really do get a very, very quick feeling of what the pace is like when you're in a professional AMA race. So when you get to the final few modules and the final few track sessions in the second day, they focus on your flaws and they fix them. So there's always instructors waving one through and letting another one come through, so you're constantly following each other and seeing what's right and what you should improve on. So here we are down the start-finish straight at Indianapolis at the Brickyard. You're reaching speeds of 160 miles an hour on a GSXR 600 or a CBR 600. You have to watch your braking position extremely quickly because it's a long left-hand turn. Full throttle still to this moment before you get to the apex where you're really starting to slow down, and then you've got to brake extremely hard down the gearbox to the right hand, double apex right hand. Body position is extremely important, left hand, Now this is where I found that Blake was riding 1000cc and I was on a 600, so he was constantly pulling away here. The pace really picks up to this left hand, and you could feel the bike really pushing before you start to brake extremely hard down the gearbox for another left hand turn. These are flowing left and right, working your way to the Red Bull back straight before you start really opening the throttle once more down the straight. These bikes really performing excellently at this circuit. It was dry, it was warm, and there was a lot of tyre rubber from the MotoGP going into these corners. Big left hand, clipping the apex as you come through. You see the braking marker, you see the apex marker there. Right hand turn, same thing, to radius, gradual right hand. Back down to the back part of the circuit. Constantly keeping your position, head up, looking at where you're going, making sure that you're clipping the apex at the right place to try and keep that lap time as fast as possible. Coming against back markers allows you to be able to pass on the start-finish straight. There you go, that's a lap of the Indianapolis Brickyard and the Kevin Schwantz race school. I have to say I've done quite a few race schools through the course of the US and in Europe, and Kevin's was a remarkable 2 days, and one of the benefits has to be Indianapolis and riding the Brickyard straight after the MotoGP professionals had been through. This is Julian Taylor, All About Bikes. Enjoy.